Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest this evening is 6 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Firstly, in the red corner, wearing the red and white shorts, weighing in at 9 stone, 9 pounds, 10 ounces, hailing from Telford, please welcome SHAUN Walton. And across the ring, his opponent this evening, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and red shorts, weighing in at 9 stone 6. He hails from Manchester and has a record of 15 wins, 2 draws and just 1 loss. Please welcome the reigning Central Area Champion, Stevie Bell. Your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Mickey Van of Leeds, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Okay, fellas, obey my commands at all times. Right, break when you're told. No naughties with your head. Shake hands, buddy corners. Good luck, fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6 3-minute rounds.
Here's the former prestigious amateur and England captain, Stevie Bell, who continues his largely stop-start, pretty lukewarm professional career. Needs to crack on. It's his 34th year in age, and he's up against the far more active SHAUN Walton from Telford, who's busier, but the classier work should come from Bell. Technical advantages. Always had a nice jab, hasn't he?
Yeah, lovely boxer, and he's in a good division if he's making the featherweight division, because there's some young kids there who are prepared really to tackle anybody, so he could get himself into the title mix. They just maybe, as you say, if he just give his career a bit more attention, just revved it up a little bit.
This is at lightweight tonight, because Bell came in at 9.6 and Walton 9.9, right on that lightweight limit, but Bell is a natural featherweight. Could also take part in the super featherweight division as well, which is a bustling, both of them are in Britain at the moment.
Well, Bell's found the range pretty quickly, especially with the jab. We're just pulling away from Walton's leads. Nice, competent look about his work here.
Years in the unpaid ranks. Bell gave him those skills, and he felt he turned professional just a bit too late. He missed out on the opportunities. They could still arise. This is nice boxing from Stevie Bell.
Yep, I don't think he'll see anything closer to the textbook than what we've just seen there over the last minute or so. That was lovely. He's doing pretty much as he pleases at the moment.
Absolutely, a joy to watch actually. Good body shot too, from the middle of the ring. Stand-up style. That was a bit low, but everything else has been pretty good.
Well, I don't think Walton is going to win a boxing match here. He's going to have to rev things up and let some punches go, try to get Bell out of this lovely rhythm he's found himself in.
Usually tough Walton, but he is on a long losing run. Oh, lovely jab again from Stevie Bell, who's looked absolutely superb in this opening round. Why doesn't he box like this all the time?
Yep, classy look about that opening round. Lovely.
Nice, relax. Boy, guys. You don't matter, so we practice from you.
Electing to stand, Stevie Bell. What a character he is on the scene. Really funny guy. He's a part-time actor. He's been in Hollyoaks and Shameless. Fancies himself as a bit of a male model as well.
So switching to head and body, a little feint before he throws the punches round behind the elbow. Yep, just ticking off the list, I think, one by one. Lovely uppercut lead, confident there. Lovely opening round from him.
Very happy, Anthony Farnell, and who wouldn't be after a 3 minutes like that? Second of 6, the long black trunks with Bellos, his nickname, Stevie Bell, on the waistband and the red tassels on the other trunks as well, the white and red of Shaun Slasher Walton from Telford. Good uppercut from Stevie Bell, classy shot, and back behind the jab, former ABA featherweight champion 1997 and 2001, and landing body shots. This is excellent, Jim.
Yeah, I like the way he stepped in with that right hand too. It suggests maybe a little bit more power than he's shown already tonight. Just as though he's quite happy the way things are, just picking away, enjoying it.
Working the body, and just a wince there from Walton. May have felt that was a shade low, but he's being totally outboxed and outclassed in there. Bell has won his last 3 since being defeated for the English title by Femi Fayantola, but that was close. Only lost so far. Talk of him maybe challenging the likes of Paul Appleby, the British champion at featherweight, or maybe even at 9 stone 4, getting in the mix with Kevin Mitchell and the like. They're fights for him.
Yep, a couple of good busy divisions, whether it's the featherweight or super featherweight. I think the problem for Walton here, when you're having no success whatsoever, it's difficult to keep your enthusiasm, and he's just been picked apart here. And nothing that he's thrown back really has landed. So you wonder, being totally outboxed. So you just wonder, is he going to try to come up with something else? Or is he just going to try to lessen the damage, tighten up his defence a little bit? We'll see.
Sweet right hand and a left hook to the body as well, going in from Bell. Only 5 knockouts, as Jim was saying, maybe not a big puncher, but accuracy, you can scythe apart your opponents, certainly at this sort of level. Could be heading for a stoppage here, Stevie Bell.
Yeah, it's just so one-sided, you're just landing so many so often. So Walton has really to try to mount some attacks, just take some chances. It's no good standing at full length here. He's not going to box his way close.
He's quick too as well for 33 and a half, Stevie Bell. Still got the speed.
Yeah, and he's so relaxed. I mean, the opportunities there, the punches just seem to come out of their own accord. Lovely, beautiful uppercut to lead there.
Right hand through the middle. Good jab. Accuracy has been fantastic. The ones thrown, he's landed most of them, I'd imagine. Another really good one for Stevie Bell.
He's alright, don't need to still stand up. That's wicked boxing, huh? Wicked, close that is. Yeah, just swell up.
He knows Anthony Farnell.
Yeah, he stepped in with the right hand a couple of times in that round. I wonder maybe is he thinking if he raised the pace he could get Walton out of there, but things are going so well for him. Actually looking as though he's having a good time. Maybe he'll just bang on with this, or will he step up the pace and look for the stoppage?
10 seconds, corners.
Yeah.
Your jabs it, just keep jabbing, don't take nothing out of you.
Third round in the lightweight division, white boots and black trunks of Stevie Bell and his 19th fight. Bell from Manchester. Good old mates with Ricky Hatton and the like. Seen a few trainers, but Anthony Farnell now looking after him. Has hardly had to tell him a thing in between rounds. Apart from saying wicked and excellent and more of that. Good performance so far from Stevie Bell. Body shot there. Are these going to start hurting Walton?
And it might be a good idea to put a little bit more spite in the punches at this level anyway, because he's going to need that if he faces young Appleby. And young Appleby won't be discouraged by anything that Bell has done so far. He'll come right through that. So maybe just showing that he does have a little bit more snap in the shots. Now's the time he could be showing us that.
Good jabs from Stevie Bell. And again, keeping that defence tighter now, SHAUN WALTON. Cluster to the head. And just injecting some more pace in this, the third round. Bell really settled well in the opening two, and now beginning to sense a little statement could be on the cards.
Yeah, well, he's raised the pace just a little, you know, it's kind of steady pressure now as opposed to just picking his moments now and again, so maybe he does fancy another stoppage on the card.
British featherweight champion Paul Appleby meeting Martin Lindsay, but Stevie Bell will have opportunities if he keeps putting on performances like this. In 2009, have no doubt, Walton just cannot get going. Good right, and there's that body shot in again.
Yeah, and any time where Walton does try to come up with something, he's punished by the counter. So I wonder, he couldn't blame him if it was just a case of shut up shop a little bit and get through this. He's not been hurt at all, just peppered from every direction.
The uppercut was a lovely shot through the middle. Stevie Bell, variety now, and he is digging them in. Must have heard what you were saying, Jim. Now's the time.
Deep breath, legs out. Yeah. Deep breath, come on. Yeah, you feel good? Well, every time you jab, you knock his head back. Got me? Don't fucking mess about. Got me? Don't stand there doing nothing and just holding your hands up, get me? But move your head after your jab and then step off with your feet. Okay? Deep breath, come on.
Well, they're trying to rally him, but I think that tells the entire story. His jab is rocking Bell's head back. I haven't seen much of that, Jim.
Well, it's a difficult job to try and inject some enthusiasm into a fighter when virtually he's been picked apart, losing by a mile. So he's here to do the job. He'll want to do the 6 rounds so that he can be working again in the near future if the chance comes up. Certainly Walton won't quit. I just wonder if Bell can raise the pace and force him to quit.
Second half of this one-sided affair at the moment. Stevie Bell utterly dominant over SHAUN WALTON, who's been gritty and determined and brave, the lorry driver from Telford in his 47th fight. Might have the experience of more paid outings than Bell, but nowhere near the class. Showcasing his talent here, Bell. Not many of his fights over the years, Stevie Bell, we've got that excited about, to be fair to him, have we?
No, which is a little bit unfair, I suppose. I mean, the purists certainly would enjoy what he does. Maybe, well, I mean, we keep talking about how many knockouts fighters have had and all that, so maybe power and drama has taken over from the fine, you know, the noble art, if you like. But we do like to see a little bit of excitement in fights.
I mean, he only turned in 2003. Do you think it was a mistake staying a long time in the amateur game, or do you think that, you know, he got the accolades and well done to him for that?
Yeah, well, I just wonder in this kind of case if maybe turning pro was an afterthought. I mean, myself, I mean, the thing I wanted to do more than anything else was turn pro. So as soon as I was ready to do it, I did it, and you see that with most young fighters. So fighters who turn pro late, you just wonder maybe did they really want to do it in the first place, or is it just a way maybe cashing in for a couple of years? I don't know. But he certainly has the skills to succeed. See if he can match that with the drive and desire.
A lovely right hand from Bello. I think that's increased in his makeup over the last 12 months or so. I think you're spot on there, Jim, with that point. And when we used to see Ricky Hatton in the Phoenix camp, Stevie Bell was around. He was still an amateur. I'm not sure it was his first choice to turn pro. I think he'd rather have been a Hollywood movie star or something. But he's doing all right now.
Yeah, well, maybe earlier in his career, maybe he had other irons in the fire that he hoped would make his fortune. Maybe boxing second choice, but it's a tough second choice, is it not?
Good for the game and for the sport. See some technical skills at work, even if 2 or 3 levels below the British title challenges he's going to face. He's the Central Area champion at 9 stone 4. Beat Jamie McKeever in 7 rounds. That was a good result for Stevie Bell.
Give that shoulder a bit out, please.
Okay, stop worrying. Legs out.
Get down a bit, down a bit.
Right. Deep breaths, come on. Yeah.
Keep moving.
Did better there, Walton. Bell still won the round, but bit of a quieter one.
Yeah, but I'm wondering maybe as Bell just decided another couple of rounds is fine. I'm sharpening the tools, getting a 6-rounder behind me.
You're not doing.
Because I haven't seen him
Loads of feet.
looking as though he fancies the stoppage. Just keeping Walton under control and doing it very, very well.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Try for as much as you can there. Try that.
It's more relaxed without his glasses. Anthony Farnell. Don't think he's too worried about Stevie Bell losing this. 6 minutes to go. Stevie Bell, who's won 15 of 18. Just the one defeat to Femi Fayentola and 2 draws on the record on his debut to Just Wally, and also the tough Ugandan who's based in London, Buster Dennis, as well. Has had 1 or 2 hard matches. Was in with Haider Ali in only his 5th fight and beat him. Ali, the gold medalist from the Commonwealth Games, who failed to carry that sort of form into the pros. Still determined, Bell, to become a domestic champion. Do you think he will?
Well, it's, I mean, both the divisions we're talking about, seeing them in the featherweight and the super featherweight, they're tough divisions. And I think he's going to need a little bit more snap in the punches to impress the top few in both of those divisions. Certainly has the talent, you can't deny that. Although, I mean, I think it's fair to say even Bell would admit he's maybe flattered a little bit tonight. He said things pretty much his own way.
Could have a stand-up boxing match with our new Commonwealth featherweight champion, Paul Truscott, who doesn't possess, incredible power. That'll be a really interesting one. And super feather, maybe someone like Carl Johansson, who's got a totally different style to Bell. There are a couple of good fights.
Yeah, well, you wonder if the punches he's thrown tonight would keep Johansson at bay. I don't think so. But I suppose if he had to box in the back foot to show something else, I mean, it looks as though he has plenty more in the arsenal. He's using what he needs tonight. If he had to come up with something else, he looks well capable of doing that.
Not a great deal phases Stevie Bell because of all that amateur experience, travelling the world, captaining his country. Good amateurs don't necessarily make good professionals. Right hand there was nice. Because I suppose the criticism is that he is a bit stand-up, doesn't move his head so much, traits from the unpaid game.
Yeah, but as I say, I don't know if he had to do those things tonight, if he would have done them. He may well be a fighter. The better the opposition, the better the performance. But I mean, he got himself in the driving seat tonight and just stayed there. And it's all just come so naturally to him tonight.
There's a bit of response from Shaun Walton, who's still hanging in there. I thought after 2, maybe 3 rounds, Stevie Bell could have dissuaded him, but give Walton his due. End of the 5th, and Stevie Bell may well be extended tonight.
If you can work it more, you're having your own way. You're
Good.
you'll be nice.
Every time
Well, that's just about tells the story, doesn't it? 20 punches coming back from Walton, and 3 or 4 of those we've just seen towards the end of the last round there. So he just is coming in second in every department of the game. Sharpness, the technique, the experience. Lovely performance from Bell so far.
Final session, Stevie Bell has been throwing over 100 punches around here tonight, and a great deal have been looking good and getting through the guard of Shaun Walton, especially in the first couple of sessions. Good fighter, and still making progress in his 19th outing. The one downside is he is 33, but it's been good tonight.
I mean, physically, there are no signs that 33 should be a problem. I mean, he's looking sprightly. I mean, he's boxed at the same pace all the way through every round. There's never been a dip. He's just kept pumping away round after round.
But if you're talking about the Applebys and the Mitchells, you know, the 20-somethings, you know, younger, lighter weights, normally.
Yeah, but as I was saying earlier, the punches he's been throwing tonight wouldn't deter any of those guys. So if he can do better, fine, because I think he's going to have to do better.
Walton putting a couple of salvos together. Last month he was stopped by Gareth Couch in a round, but that was rare. His 13th fight of the year, so keeping very busy. Apparently can't get much work as a lorry driver, but is in the boxing ring. To take his lumps though tonight from the fists of Stevie Bell. And some movement now to finish us off as well. Switch hitting.
Yep, turning on the style as we get towards the end of this one. I mean, he really has done pretty much as he's pleased all the way through. It's been a lovely exhibition of boxing. You hear me saying often enough, I don't really like the 4-round distance, but maybe 4 rounds of this would have been plenty. Certainly for Walton it would have been.
Instead, he's been in command for the full 6. Stevie Bell is putting a bit of a razzle on the end of this performance. Mr. Lever's talking about him probably at the end of the year, and he'll recharge the batteries, go and have a nice break over Christmas, and he will be seeking out, I'm sure, a challenge for a major title in 2009. Whether he wins it or not is another matter, but he certainly deserves that. Nice right hand, sprightly finish. And there's the uppercut that Anthony Farnell wanted to see more of. Sharp, precise, and executed that 6-rounder very efficiently indeed. Stevie Bell, Mickey Van, maybe one of the last times Mickey Van holds the hand aloft. Final shows at the 21st of December for Van before he retires. Stevie Bell we'll see much more of in 2009. Threw over 600 landed nearly 140. A smile from Mickey, who's been a great character, and Stevie Bell, good guy for the sport, and he boxed well.
Yep, didn't put a foot wrong tonight. Every round as clearly as you would like. Lovely exhibition of boxing. Deserves to be in amongst the titles. Find out if he can cut it there.
Well done, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mickey Van, scores the contest 60 points to 55. The winner in the blue corner from Manchester, Stevie Bell. And please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the gallant and talented SHAUN WALTON.